Good morning, everybody. So I had a dream and a vision for my new year. I want to go to the gym in the morning, and I worked around my schedule and I made it happen. Today was my first day, the trial run. I did pretty good with time. It is very wintry out, snowy, so I might be a little bit late, but the fact that I showed up and went to the gym in the morning when I'm not a morning person, and I just would never envision myself as the type of person that would go to the gym in the morning, I'm very proud of myself. And so today's video is all about sticking to your New Year's resolutions and following through with them and trying to give you guys some motivation. Side topic, I just got this new holder for my phone so I can film. That's another thing I'm proud of myself for. I want to film every day, but I don't really have time during the week. And I get most of my ideas when I'm driving. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna film on my way to work and I can do it after the gym. So I'm being double productive. And basically I got this phone holder. It doesn't shake that much from what I can see, but I don't really know how to stop the shaking. Anyways, I'm just proud that I'm here, and I'm just super happy for this new year. I'm here to encourage you guys today to keep following your goals. If you clicked on this video, you have to be the type of person that's goal-oriented. You are. You wouldn't have clicked on this video if you're not. And if you're somebody that's struggling with following through with your goals, here's an example. You might notice that every time you try to change your life and align with your higher self, the person that you know who you are, that you want to be, your best self, every time you try to do that, something comes in trying to throw you off your path. And sometimes it can be small or big. For example, I could not fall asleep last night. I've been sleeping pretty good lately, but yeah, last night I could not fall asleep, and old me, the past old version of Sydney, would have been you're not gonna get proper sleep to wake up early for the gym, you should just sleep in and try again another day. But I was like, okay, no, we're never gonna get anywhere if we just keep letting ourselves fall back into the same patterns, the same routines. Eminem, sorry, that just came into my mind. But yeah, so I was like, okay, no, I don't care how much sleep I get, I'm waking up early. This was my routine that I set for myself. I need to follow through with it. I need to make these changes. And so that's fine. I eventually fall asleep. Not even an hour into sleeping. It's almost 1 a.m. because I ended up falling asleep probably at 12. It's almost 1 a.m. I hear this fucking crash that wakes me up and I scream in my sleep. And I don't think you guys realize waking up abruptly from a loud noise is terrifying. I was just what the fuck was that? And I'm also half asleep. And then I look, and this mirror that I had hanging on my wall, bro, literally fell off the wall, crashed, broke. It also knocked over my fan. So my fan was knocked over, and I'm okay, but I need this fan to sleep. A, for the noise. B, because it gets so hot in my room. And so I picked my fan up. I realized, oh, the blades just completely snapped off. The fan opened and the blade snapped off. And I was just oh, okay. So first of all, my mirror is broken. Second of all, it's 1 a.m. and I'm fucking tired. Third of all, my fan is completely broken, and I tried to turn it back on and it was just making all these crazy noises. And I was okay, no, this thing's broken. Sorry, I gotta adjust the camera. And I was sitting there bro, there's no way. I cannot sleep in these conditions and wake up in these conditions. And I was this close to being yeah, I'm sleeping in tomorrow. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing my routine. It can wait another day. And then I was no, just keep doing it. Just keep going. Everything will be fine. So I went back to bed in the heat. I sweat all fucking night, bro. And it was not fun. Ooh, I'm running this light. It was not a fun sleep. I woke up feeling not rested, but I'm here, okay? And guess what? Tomorrow I'm just gonna get better sleep, and I'm gonna get a new fan, and everything's gonna be fine. So that's just an example of every fucking time I try to get my life together, something throws you off, but you can't give into it. And if you guys are a believer of spirituality, if you clicked on my channel, you must be into it a little bit, because I'm very spiritual and into this stuff. And I kind of try to think of theories sometimes. So I always think of like God and the devil, and I always think, okay, sometimes the God is trying to drive you certain places by giving you those ideas, like wake up earlier, start doing these routines, become your best self. But then the devil also comes in and tries to put things into your mind, and you have to know which is which, because sometimes you do need to give yourself like a break, right? Like you can't always just like push yourself, but you need to start listening to that voice. And the more you listen to it, you'll start to you'll have an easier time deciphering which one is God and which one is the devil. And I knew, like, bro, I wasn't really thinking of like, oh, this is the devil, but I just knew like I'm not giving in to this like lazy, and I'm not saying like every time you want to give yourself a break you're lazy, but I knew like if I don't do this, like I'm letting myself down basically. So I decided, no, I'm gonna do it. But there can be bigger things that will step in your way. For example, like you could decide like, oh, hey, I want to be single, which recently I did. I told you guys in the last video that I kind of didn't stick to my New Year's resolution of being single this year. Sorry, being single in 2024. And so I recently got out of a thing, decided like, hey, like this just isn't working for me. Tell me why. As soon as I decided that, somebody texted me and poured their heart out to me. And it's little things like that where it's like, as soon as you decide and declare to God, I'm changing my life, the devil will creep in. Or you know what, we could call it the devil, but sometimes I have theories like it could be God as well, just testing to see how bad you want it. Like you can view it however way you want, whichever way makes you feel like good. And like, I don't know, I just like to think of different theories sometimes, but whatever you want to call it, this force will come in and be like, really? Oh, you're really gonna do that? Yeah, let me see, bitch. And it's up to you to stick to it. Now listen, you can give in and give in and give in. Sometimes it's valid to give in, you know what I mean? Like sometimes there are things that happen where you're like, oh my God, like I just can't do the thing right now, and that's okay. Sometimes it's just not the right time, but you can give in until, and just continue saying like, oh, well, this happens and this happens. You can make all the excuses in the world. Eventually, like, it's either you fucking do the thing and just stop letting these things take over you, or you succumb to it and you'll never achieve your goals. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes it's really easy to slip into this victim mindset when you're trying to change your life and then these things go wrong, because you just feel like, oh my God. And I'm like a prime example of that, because every single time I try to stay consistent with the gym, try to get my health together, I either get a really bad period where like I just need to like lay down all week, or I get sick. Like I've been sick every fucking month, bro. Every time I try to get my life together, I'm either sick, on my period, or just going through a huge, crazy, like debilitating life change. And so I've been letting that hold me back. But I am tired of not achieving the things I want to achieve. And I just know that there's people out there that have achieved things that I want to achieve, that have been through, if not equally worse things, and they've made it to what they want to do. And so at a certain point you have to tell yourself like, hey, you're trying your best and you just need to keep going, even if it's one small thing. And this is another thing I wanted to talk about, is I was thinking like the one day when I was driving about how, because it was the end of the year, I was looking back on my year and I was like, wow, like every day of this year felt like a battle for me, like truly, especially mentally. I just didn't feel, and I was trying so hard to just get my shit together, like physically, mentally, just be okay. And I felt not okay for majority of the year. But I came to the end of the year feeling like I knew myself so much more. And although I didn't accomplish all the things I wanted to, I felt like I was in a better place by the end of the year because I had all these realizations. And so I was kind of thinking about how, your everyday life and the things you're trying to accomplish can literally feel like an uphill fucking battle where nothing's getting accomplished. Like, you can live every day like, holy shit, every day is the same. I wake up, I go to work, I do the shit, I go to sleep, and I'm not seeing any fucking progress. Like, and it can make you literally feel like you're going crazy and you just want to give up. And it's just like, what's the fucking point of this? But then a year goes by and you're at the end of the year and you look back and you're like, oh wait, I did accomplish a lot of things. Oh, and I did get a lot of things that I wanted. So basically I was viewing life as like, think of a stop motion movie. How do you make a stop motion movie? You take a million little tiny fucking pictures with slight changes, and then when you play it, it's this beautiful movie. And I was just thinking about how life truly is. Life's a movie, bro. No, but it is though, because every fucking day feels the same and you're making all these tiny little changes that literally feel microscopic, like you're not getting anywhere. And then you look back and you're like, wait, I did achieve things. And it's important to look back on what you did achieve. It's important to look back and recognize and be proud of yourself. You guys have to have an equal balance of holding yourself accountable and kind of being like that, the stereotypical personal trainer or like military man screaming in your face like, get up, it's not like, you gotta be equal amount of that, and also the loving, like nurturing, like, I'm proud of you, you're doing a great job. Because if it's out of balance, you're either gonna be so fucking burnt out because you're pushing yourself, or you're gonna be coddled and never get anything done because you're always giving yourself that break and, oh, but you did enough today. You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta have that balance in everything that you do. Right now, I am learning I'm doing a psychology course, and I wrote an essay, and one of the things I ended up learning about was parenting styles. And part of becoming your higher self, you have to reparent yourself, right? Like, we know this. If you guys are into personal growth, spirituality, you're probably already into all that. I learned that there's 3 different parenting styles, and the first one is authoritarian, which is high control, low warmth. Okay, so this is like the military man. High control, no breaks, screaming in your fucking face. Then we have permissive. Permissive, I think that's how you say it. Yeah. Permissive is the high warmth, low control. So it's the and never holding yourself accountable. You know what I mean? And then we have authoritative. Authoritative is high control, high warmth. Okay, so it's equal amounts of both. And it's not low control, low warmth, medium control. No, it's high. So high control, like high accountability, and high warmth. So it means holding yourself accountable, sticking to your goals, being a loving, warm presence. I believe that you can be, oh my God, my car cannot drive in this weather. I still have my winter tires on. I believe that you can be not like a military man. Like, you can be like super holding yourself accountable, but also giving yourself love. Like, you shouldn't be doing things hurting yourself to the point where like you're not okay, but also you need to, and it's so hard to know. Like, it takes an equal amount of, like, you have to give yourself rest days, but you also have to push yourself when you're doing things and not letting yourself be like, oh, well, you did enough. It's so hard to find the line. It really is. And it's a work in progress. Like, most of us didn't even get parented properly in the first place. So it's really hard to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna parent myself perfectly. Like, it's not gonna come easy. It takes practice. But basically, the point of this video today is just to give you guys encouragement with your goals. Don't give up on them. I just want to let you guys know, like, if you even have that voice in your head telling you that you can become something more, trust me that it already exists. You have this vision in your head. You have these, like, ideas in your head. That already exists. God would not put those things in your brain, in your mind, if you were not meant to achieve them in some way. And so hold on to those visions, make small changes every single day. With the new year, it can be easy to try and like change your entire life and routine and blah, blah, blah. You're gonna fall off of that. I would suggest doing small things to make yourself feel better every single day. I started with just drinking enough water because I didn't realize like, wow, I literally feel like a zombie every day, and I found out it was because of water. So now I'm like, I bought this big ass water bottle. Let me grab it. I bought this big ass water bottle because I need to drink more water and drink less coffee. And I also started doing like a parasite cleanse. I wanted to do that in 2024. That was one of my resolutions, and I never did it. So we're doing it now. You know what I mean? Like, it's never too late to start. Every single day, make small changes, and I promise when you look back on your life, you will be proud of yourself. Even if you don't make it to exactly what you want to do in the time frame that you set, at least you're making the changes to try and get there. Because no matter what, you're going to end up at the same time period. Why would you not rather make small changes to get one step or maybe 5 steps closer to your goal? I hope that you guys are with me on this personal growth journey, and let me know what your goals are and resolutions for 2025. Let me know any changes that you've made, and give yourself like props. Like, be proud of yourself, and also like hype yourself up, but also hold yourself accountable. I'm so proud of you guys. If you clicked on this video, I know that you're the type of person that just wants the best for yourself and others, and you'll do anything. Like, you're a fucking warrior. You're a warrior. You've been through hell and back, and you'll do anything to get to where you want to be, to get to heaven. Okay, so just don't give up. I believe in you guys. I love you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. My name is Sydney. If you like my vibe, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.